Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? Hope you all had a good weekend. Clearly, I can't remember my password. Or I'm doing it too fast. Isn't that right? All right, we're going to jump on here. I try to be here. I've been pretty consistent. Try to be here every week for you guys. And I'm here to answer your questions. Good morning, Shelly. How is business going? You're welcome to drop your business link in the comments if you like. I try to be here for our audience, be present, let you guys know we're here for support. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm usually going to talk about a given topic. Today, I'm going to talk about meal planning or meal prep. It's not a super exciting topic, but I feel like it's definitely worth talking about. I'm just gonna look through the group here real quick to see if there's anything. I'd like to do a little recap. So I posted a picture of my bees, our True Form bees. They are going fantastic. I've actually thought I wouldn't try to split this year because they seem to have a late start, which is odd because they made it through the winter. At any rate, it's really cool. Sometimes I procrastinate to go to check them, or maybe I should check them more often. But last year when I first got them, I checked them too much. I was obsessed, 2-3 times a week. I'm staring at them. And anytime you go and open the hive, it causes stress on them, and it's not great. So you shouldn't do it too much. So this year, I'm taking a step back. Morning, Chris. And I was maybe I shouldn't check them so often. And actually, they're doing very well. So we do have some honey left from morning. So we have some honey left from last season, not much. And that's on our website, trueformlife.com/shop. Morning, Kathy. So you can grab some of our honey there, and then so far, and anything could happen. That's the thing with bees, but anything could happen. It's lost my train of thought. Oh, it's like farming, right? You never know. It could be weather, it could be external circumstances. Whatever happens, you can't really control. So far so good with the bees, but you never know. Nick put up post about hours of operation. So today is a shipping day. So we go Monday, Wednesday, Friday shipping. And so we send you a text message and an email if you are picking up. And then if you're just for shipping out to you, we send you an email with your tracking number. So yes, you can look out for that. And then hours of operation, we're kind of changing that around a bit. I just want to remind as much as possible so we can manage expectations. If people are asking questions on the weekend, we'll get back to you on Monday. And then for Monday to Friday, it's 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. I just got to keep reminding myself of that too, because sometimes I want to answer people or I'm hanging out and I'm oh, I see a message there. But we're doing our best to stay consistent, because if you're messaging at all hours, then people are always going to expect that, which is what we're going through now. So we just have to manage expectations, because we want to make sure we're here for full support, but that's between Monday to Friday. I don't know if anyone's been checking out our morning show, but we've been posting that. We've been posting that as a podcast. So podcast is audio only, of course. That's on our podcasting channel. And then we have a video of it as well. So we do that every week, once a week. It's called the D&D Morning Show, so you can check that out if you haven't. I did share a video here of the government regulations madness happening. They're trying to take health food products off the shelf and only allow the government to, not necessarily sell them, but heavily regulate them. I think it's only going to be, they're trying to get it so only pharmacies or maybe doctors can prescribe it. I don't see that happening, but they're going to make things very challenging for companies like us to sell natural health products. It's $1 billion business, and the pharmaceuticals don't enjoy that. So, in my opinion, pharmaceutical companies, Big Pharma is paying the government, like they pay them in whatever you call it, donations and such. So they basically tell them what to do. That's how our world works, whether we want to believe that or not. That's how it rolls. So we just have to raise awareness, and if a vote comes, or if you get a chance to write your health minister, your MP, where we would appreciate if you did that. I did a whole show in our other group, so I don't want to talk about that too much, but it's a thing. It's happening. It seems like there's a lot of things happening with politics and passing bills that no one knows about until it's too late. So that's where we are with that. Okay, I'm going to tell you this recipe, and then I'll get into my main morning calling, my main meal prep idea that I want to share with you. Vegan butter. This is amazing, and I think this may have came from Brenda, but it's super simple. It's ground almonds, almond milk, nutritional yeast, salt, apple cider vinegar, and MCT oil. That's it. So you whip all that all in a food processor or a blender, then you put it in the fridge and it hardens. And it's like butter. We use it on our toast, and it is fantastic. So super easy recipe that we posted. We threw up there, and yeah. So at any rate, I wanted to talk about. You guys are welcome to ask questions or say hi. I haven't seen too many comments in here, which is fine. Just want to let you know you're welcome to ask questions. And what was the other thing? You're welcome to talk to me. Just because, again, expectations. I've been in some other groups, and it's like you don't really know like how much participation they want. We always try to tell you as much as possible. Like, we love participation, your posts, questions, comments. But like in that group in particular, I'm like, so do we comment here? Or sometimes someone asks a question and I have the answer, but I'm like, don't want to step on toes because it's their group, it's not my group. So I'm like, do I answer their questions? We had some pretty cool results coming up here with our MAP program. Trudy lost 8 pounds in her first week. Amazing. That's what we're averaging roughly in the first week, which is pretty cool because most 6-week programs are they don't see 8 pounds in 6 weeks, let alone the first week alone. Our MAP program is 90 days because we kind of wanted to remove the tire kickers, or people that only wanted to dabble, or they didn't really want long-term results. We as a company, as a coaching team, we want to see long-term results, and in such a short time, like a week, 2 weeks, even 6 weeks. We thought 6 weeks was a better start, but then we saw we were just bringing the wrong people into the program that were like, okay, I only have to do something for 6 weeks and then I can go back and do whatever I want, gaining their weight back. So we're like, nah, 90 days is our program. That's a real commitment, and that's why we want people that are serious about their health, serious about their results. So at any rate, Trudy was down 8 pounds. Then we had some other ones. Laurel was down 3 pounds in her first week. We had someone else down 2 pounds. So, and that's all healthy. Like, that's all good. Like, you should be losing 1 to 2 pounds a week, depending on where you're at. And we don't focus on, like, I feel like the scale is the least accurate measure of success. I really do. We also take progress pictures, and we also take measurements. So we have a holistic or well-rounded gauge of your success, and we do that so we can track your progress. If you run into a little plateau and you're not seeing results, then okay, we got to change things, probably with your nutrition, maybe your workouts. But if we don't track your progress, then we're not able to adjust your program. So we went from group coaching more towards individualized coaching. That's why we're closing the doors here, and just working on a waiting list. Those people that are interested can jump on the waiting list, and we'll have conversations when we're ready. But it's not like a free for all. Everyone's jumping in there as soon as possible. It's more controlled, so we can grow in a sustainable manner. We'll also be looking for another coach here soon, because we just can't take many more people. I'm maxed out. Dorothy took 2 coaching clients, which is awesome. So it's pretty difficult for us to continue to grow without another coach on board. Let's see. Kathy said good morning if I didn't say that. Mar says I'll watch the replay. Sue says, well, hello, sir. Released, never to turn again. And I know I'm way behind on reading comments. Never to turn again. I don't know what you're talking about. What does this say? Send 200 stars to see your comment here? No idea what that is. What are stars? Anyone know what stars are? I think it's a new thing Facebook's doing. So anyway, when it comes to released, right? I get it too. I like that too. I like released, but if I say that to the average population, people aren't gonna know what I'm talking about. I don't even know what you're talking about. I was like, so and so released. 6 pounds are gonna be like released. When is that coming back? Like catch and release, right? Let's see here. Meal prep. All right, so for meal prep, morning Kelly. So for meal prep with us, we do 1 or 2 days a week for meal prep. Usually 2 days. We say 1 week for our clients because if you prep 1 week in advance, you're done for the week. And when I say prep, you're not really prepping every meal. You're usually prepping your dinner meal. So, or dinner or supper, whatever you want to call it. I think I get confused. Let me know in the comments if you call it dinner or supper, your last meal. I think in the U.S., which we spend a lot of time in, dinner is in the evening, and supper supper is in the evening, and dinner is lunch. I'll tell you this quick story, and I don't know if I think it might be European, or I'll tell you this quick story. My grandma was hearing impaired, so she couldn't use the phone. And so sometimes she'd ask me to make phone calls for her. So she had a small group of friends that all live together, wonderful ladies. We still keep in contact with one of them. And she said, can you ask them to come over for dinner? So I call them and I say, I was just little. I probably would do it now though. Do you want to come over for supper? So dinner, grandma meant, do you want to come over for lunch? So I call up in the morning, you want to come over for dinner? Yeah, or for supper. They're like, yeah, we'll come over for supper. So I felt so bad. My grandma's all ready. Get the table all set up. Food's ready. And she's like, where are they? Like, so it's noon, 1, 2, what's happening? Why aren't they showing up? Later on, they showed up at supper. I think I may have called back and been like, hey, are you guys coming or what? They're like, yeah, we're coming for supper. So, but the words still confuse me. I mean, not confuse me, but you don't know what people are referring to, like dinner or supper. At any rate, Chris says dinner and supper are just about the time it's served. We misuse it here typically. Yeah, we're in the same boat too. I think it's like, what's the word? Not conventionally, but like proper or professionally. I don't know what the word is, but you would use dinner at lunchtime and supper in the evening. I think that's how it goes. Morning, Linda. Okay, so when it comes to meal prep, like for us, you have to meal prep. Really, like there's no way around not meal prepping because things happen in life, right? Like you get busy or you have to run into the city. Like some of you might be watching from a city, but many people, morning Louise, are watching from a smaller rural town. So you may be running into the airport or to a bigger mall, unfortunately. You may be running into whatever. There's a dozen different things that you could be running into the city for. So if that's kind of last minute and you're not meal prepped, then you're going to miss out on a meal instead of just grabbing your meal and go. What we do, we love these bento boxes. You must have seen pictures of them. Dorothy does most of the prep. I try to help out once in a while. Morning, Zoe. But we prepped these boxes. So last night, Dorothy prepped 6 or 9 of them. I don't think she can hear me right now. Otherwise, I'd ask her, but she prepped like 6 of these boxes. So let's say if you're like for us, if we prep usually on a Sunday and then on a Wednesday, depending on what our week looks like. That's not set in stone, but we prep without question. So you prep on Wednesday, and then you have that dinner meal, or it could be dinner or lunch. Often we do lunches. But I tell our clients to do dinners because a lot of people are at work. Like you're away at work, you're not going to be able to prepare your meals. What did I say we prep? We usually prep lunches. Did I say we prep dinners? I lied. We usually prep lunches, and we're home at supper time. So we make our supper meal, but our lunches are all made. So that's fantastic because, like, for example, oh, sorry, I just got a message. I wish there was a way to mute messages. There's not. So we prep our lunch, and the thing is, like, it's great to have that prep because in the middle of the day, I'm not stopping to make a whole meal while I'm trying to work, or I'm like motivated and excited and got 100 things going on. So that's already prepped and ready to go. And for you guys, that's the same. If you're not working from home, most people are working at a job. So you grab your lunch and you go. Often that's a salad, like a cold salad. It could be a cold chicken breast type of meal. Whatever it is that you're having, it's usually grab and go. I know some people, because here's the thing is a lot of people say, oh, I don't have time. Like, I don't have time to meal prep or heat their food. So you make it so it's already prepped, and then so you don't have to heat it. And we've been eating salads for and then a lot of people are like, oh, salads get boring or salads don't make you full. Both are a lie. We tell ourselves that because we don't want to eat salads or we don't want to prep salads. And we've been eating salads for, I don't know, 2 or 3 months now, almost every day. And it's fantastic. Like, we changed our salads up every week, but there's completely different, and there's so many nutrients jam-packed in, and we're both entirely full after our salad meal. So I'm not telling you that you have to have a salad every lunchtime, but I am saying that you are going to have to prep in advance, and that's one of the easiest ways is to get a salad in a box. And I suppose it's not. So what we do is, so there's a green section. For me, I have quinoa and black beans. For me, I want the extra calories. Dorothy's salad looks a little bit different because we have both different goals and we have both different calorie count. We count calories for our MAP program. I don't recommend anyone counting calories for yourself. Unless that's something that you do and you're good at and it's easy for you, then you shouldn't be. It's an absolute nightmare for most people because you don't know how to balance your macros and how many calories you should have for each macro, and then how to adjust them as you lose weight. Like, for example, we talk about our MAP program members. Once they lose weight, you're losing 5, 10. Some people, Laura's down almost 20 pounds. Dorothy was down 12 pounds, and then we stopped her weight loss because she was losing too much weight. But from there, we moved them onto the maintenance stage. So it's not like this is your meal plan. That's all you're getting. Those numbers have to be adjusted each week as you see results. And then if you're in the beginning stage, or if you're in the maintenance stage, so it's quite complex. And I think that's where people run into the biggest issue is I'm going to count calories. First of all, counting calories isn't enjoyable. And then second of all, it's understanding how you manipulate those calories to see the results you're looking for. For me, I'm in a gaining stage. I want to gain some muscle mass. I've actually gained 10 pounds, which drives people crazy because everyone's trying to lose weight. But there is a good community of people. We're called hard gainers. I've mentioned this in the past. It's really difficult for a portion of people to gain weight, and it's just. And again, I talked about this too, but it's really difficult. Those people have been skinny or really thin all their life. Sometimes they have trouble. If they're women, for example, and they're really thin, they have trouble fitting in clothes or keeping jeans on, for example. Morning, Vivian. Or men in particular, if they look at themselves in the mirror, they feel skinny or less than or inadequate. I grew up like that in the athletic world because everyone was big and bulky and huge and muscular, and I was just a little tiny guy. I graduated high school at 160 pounds, which is then I went to the U.S. and the average person was 190. Average athlete was 190 pounds. So there's this little guy, 30 pounds lighter than everyone else. Good thing I was fast, otherwise I never would have left. I never would have made it. So at any rate, you're prepping. Let's get back on track here. You're prepping your meals, and I would suggest doing that on Sunday to have one meal prep the whole week. You can consider doing that twice a week, like we do often, to keep your food fresher if you have time. Most people say they don't have time. but they spend hours flipping to their news feed, right? So if you go meal prep on Sunday and then meal prep on Wednesday, then it's not so much meal prep at one time. But it's quite, I mean, it's, so the meal prep alone, so what you would do is you put out 6 or 10, whatever it is, how many, so you may be prepping for 2 people, you may be prepping for 4, if you have a couple of kids you're gonna prep for, it really depends. And you can get those little bento boxes at No Frills for like $10, I think, which is a really good investment, especially if you're gonna use them every day. But if you look at Canadian Tire, for example, they're almost $20, so you gotta go to No Frills to get those boxes. So you're gonna set, let's say you set 10 boxes out, and whatever it is, so you're gonna put, you have your bag of lettuce. So what Dorothy does is she makes a big bowl of, we put in black olives. I love black olives. I know that's not for everyone. Big bowl of black olives. We like a little bit of red onion, and both of us didn't really love it before, but it offers like a little crunch and a little sweetness. And then whatever you want in there, we put in cilantro. I know a lot of people don't like cilantro, but you can put in parsley, whatever you want. You make a big salad, dry salad without ingredients, and then you take handfuls of that and you put that in the main part of your bento box. And then you could put like a little container of cheese. If you're gonna have cheese, it should probably be white and organic. You can put in a little container of sauce. What I put in is MCT oil and then balsamic vinegar in a little container, so you can control how much dressing you have. And then you can put in some nuts and seeds on the side and either sprinkle that on top or eat that on the side as trail mix. So it's really cool. These little bento boxes are fantastic. We absolutely love them. We have them prepped and ready to go. So if we want to take a day trip to the mountains, if we're running into the city for product or for delivery, whatever that looks like, we grab them and go. And those are already prepped and made. We found big success with our meal plan by having the same meals for the week. And I know that sounds extreme to some people, but we found a lot of benefits. It's easier for people to stay on track. It's easier to grocery shop. So you have a very condensed grocery shopping list. And then you're not guessing, you're not buying, you're actually saving money on your grocery list because you're not buying a lot of different items, I should say. And then from there, it's easy. Like you could look at, so you have your grocery list that we provide our clients, but on that list, you stick to that list. That's all you'll buy. So we save our clients an average of $200 a month, which is crazy. And I know it's counterintuitive for people to believe, like you have to spend money on a program, but then you're making money back. But just consider this: if you had a specific meal plan, you had a specific meal plan that you're following, specific to your needs, to your macro count, to your phase of weight loss, maintenance, gaining, whatever it is that you want. And then from there, you take that grocery list and you go to the store and you buy only the things that are on the grocery list that you're going to use. You're not going to have food wasted in the fridge because you forgot about it. You're going to use and cook and prepare everything that you buy, because you shouldn't have anything else that you don't use, right? And then from there, you're not buying chips, cookies, pop, the unhealthy things, so you're saving money there. And the food that you've purchased, like the food that can spoil or go bad, that food is all used, so you're not wasting money in ruined food. So you are actually saving money by following the meal plan. That's not my number one tip for anyone, because grocery costs have gone up. Like ours have gone up substantially over this last little bit with all the madness going on. And I'd imagine yours is too. So you must have a meal plan to save yourself money. So you're not buying the things that you shouldn't be buying. You're not buying the things that are going to go bad, and you can stay on proper track. And if you're not buying that stuff, it's much more difficult to be like, I ate a half a box of cookies. Like, that wasn't on your meal plan or grocery list. Why are you buying that, right? Stick to your meal plan. It makes it so much easier. And then buying in bulk. So if you're having the same meal each day, you're going to buy in bulk. So instead of buying chicken breast, is an easy one because most people buy that. It could be chicken breast, it could be steak, it could be broccoli, whatever it is. In most cases, maybe not veggies in particular, but probably canned veggies. But if you're buying in bulk, it's cheaper because you're not buying one unit at a time. And in our previous meal plans, or if you look at different meal plans that don't repeat meals, you could have one night, it could be chicken, it could be steak, it could be fish, it could be a veggie stir fry, whatever it is, but it's changed up every time. So you're buying a bunch of individual different ones. Or so maybe you're buying 2 steaks, maybe you're buying 4 chicken breasts, whatever it is. So we've seen a lot of success, and I'm giving you some insight of what we're doing in our MAP program, but hopefully that helps you guys understand or save some money or stay on a better track, understanding that meal prep's got to be done for sure. That's no question. That's non-negotiable. Meal prep plan's got to happen at least once a week, and then consider twice a week. So Mondays and Wednesdays, and then bento boxes are fantastic for prep, for travel, for camping, for road trips. There's so many benefits to having that, and then choosing what meal. So usually people are home at dinner time, but if you have a meal plan, you already know what you're having, and that's created so much less stress in our life as a family to be like, this is what we're having a week in advance. Like, we know what we're having for supper. It's not like, hey, what do you want to have tonight? For both of us, it was like, Dorothy, sometimes she's like, what am I going to buy? What are we going to cook? What am I going to buy? Are you barbecuing? Am I baking? It's like the week in advance is like, this is what we're doing. That's it. There's no like thinking, and we're both like mentally exhausted by the end of the day anyways. We don't want to think about something else. It's just a simple, quick, easy decision. We plan that on the week before. This is what we're having this week. Done. So that's it. I'm going to maybe, I feel like I should do a whole podcast on that. Looks like Janelle just jumped in. Good morning, Janelle. I'm going to leave you with that. So hopefully that helps on you on the meal prep end. That should save you that will save you money if you do it. That will save you stress if you follow along with that. And that will help you stay on track with eating clean if you follow those 3 tips on meal prep and meal planning. So I will let you carry on with your day with that. Oh, that didn't really make sense. I will let you carry on with your day with that. Looks like the town of Olds is hanging out in front of our... Brilliant. Thanks, Vivian. I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much. We will catch you soon. Have a wonderful week. Any questions about any of our products or services, shoot us a message. I'm going to put up a post that our MAP program is closed again until we catch up. So if you want to be on the waiting list, you're more than welcome to send us a message. We maybe have a short conversation before we decide. It's not for everyone. We ask questions. We have an application process. Our results are amazing. We want to keep them up that high, and that's only for people that are 100% serious, want to jump in with 2 feet, want results, because you have to put in the work, you have to put in the time and effort. It's not easy. We don't do any pills, potions, powders. It's not like, here, take this shake or take these tabs. You're going to lose a bunch of weight. Nah, you got to do your meal plan. You got to do your workouts. You got to follow our step-by-step system. Our Metabolism Accelerator program is a map to your success. We have a step-by-step process. All you have to do is follow it. Some people don't want to follow it. So that's probably not for you, because you got to be able to follow. And some people don't like to follow. They just want to be all over the place. So Chris says, thanks, Drew. Have a great day. You're welcome. Enjoy your day too. Bye, everyone.